keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. Just keep it a buck. Out of the Latinos, Africans, and Caribbeans, how many of y'all really think that Black Americans were immigrants? Like, just be honest. I just want to know. I just want to know. I just want to know.
What do you mean y'all thought we were immigrants? Y'all thought Black people, Black Americans, African Americans, Blacks, us, were immigrants. Hardest lessons, clearly, it's going to take me a long time to learn and figure out is that other people just don't know what I know. I assume that a lot of people know what I know. That's why y'all keep saying that, huh? That makes sense, I guess. That we're next. Y'all think, what? How do y'all not know how long we've been a part of this country? Black people fought in the crispest attics. Did everybody not, at my little church, every Black History Month, there was this huge thing. I'll never forget when I came to my grandma's house. It was a huge package, and it was all of these cards. They were ABC cards, but on every card, letter of the alphabet, and an important person from Black history. And that was what we did all February at Sunday school. Like, we learned those cards. We would have to, and then we'd line up at like the Black History program, and we'd have to read them out loud. So I guess I just assumed, oh my God.
So you're telling me that the Latino people thought like Black Americans were immigrants? You're playing, right? Like, this is a joke. Y'all didn't believe this. Like, there's just no way y'all believed that. Please tell me in the comments y'all did not believe we were immigrants. Like, there's just no way. There's no way you believed that we were immigrants. There's just no way.
Wait, people really thought that African Americans were immigrants? Yeah, I know y'all lying. Don't immigrants go like on their own? If they go to a particular country on their own accord, because they may be trying to get away from whatever. We ain't come here because we wanted to be here. We still don't want to be here. Hell, we hoping that they maybe put us out and send us somewhere. Well, what do y'all mean y'all thought we were immigrants? Immigrants? We're descendants of Africa, but we've been here for hundreds of years. We're not first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, fifth generation. Like, we've been here. We built this country. The foundation of this country is built by African Americans. And we didn't come here because we want to be here. Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all thought we were immigrants. Immigrants? Who? Where?
Hello guys, and welcome to the Joy Report. In today's video, we're going to talk about Black Americans' hilarious and sharp reactions to the shocking realization that some Latinos actually thought they were immigrants too. Yes, it sounds wild, but it happened, and the internet has been lit up with Black folks shaking their heads, laughing, and side-eyeing a situation that speaks volumes about the deep misunderstandings in America around race, history, and belonging. If this is the kind of content you enjoy, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing so that YouTube may recommend it to a wider audience. And so now, without further ado guys, let's go straight into this video. But first, let me play you a few videos on this matter, and I'll come back with my commentary. As a side note, all credit goes to the creators of these videos.
I think I be a little naive sometimes, trying to give people the benefit of the doubt intellectually, because when the Hispanic Latino community kept saying to us, y'all will be next, y'all will be next, I promise you it never crossed my mind that they thought we were immigrants. I never thought that they were that dense. Never. Like, I thought when they were saying that, they were saying like, oh, once they're done with us, they'll be harassing you next. And that's why in all my videos, when I was speaking on it earlier on, I'm like, we know that, bitch. We always been the target. Like, I thought they was just saying we'll be targeted next. I had no idea they thought we were immigrants. That shit is comedy. Def Comedy Jam, where y'all at? We need to reboot, because what? Ain't no way y'all that dense to have thought we was immigrants. Ain't no fucking way. I couldn't believe it. Now that I'm seeing all of these videos and the Hispanics and Latinos are confirming, like, yeah, a lot of the people in the community don't know that the history of Black Americans, and that they're not immigrants, and that some of them are indigenous, and that most of them came over here and are descendants of slaves. And I'm like, they didn't know that? What? And it's not like I'm thinking they should go research some history and culture that's not theirs. It's just, this is common knowledge.
Now people are saying that Latinos didn't know that Black Americans are not immigrants. Child, I just don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say to that. It makes sense though, because the narrative that I've always heard about, why don't Black Americans have the same drive or take initiative, or, you know, the narrative that we're lazy, even though we worked here for free. Like, didn't you know that? Didn't you know that our ancestors worked for free for hundreds of years? Like, I thought that was common knowledge, but I guess it's not. Like, this is really bad. If this is the case, why do you even need to take away critical race theory? People don't know it now. Might as well leave it in place. They don't know it right now. They don't even know the history of Black people in America. I just don't even know what to say at this point. It's way worse than I thought it was. But I do feel like Paul Mooney, that people are getting their Negro wake-up call, but in Spanish. They Latin wake-up call, they Hispanic wake-up call, because they learned it now.
I'm just finding something out. People thought African Americans, y'all thought that we were immigrants? You thought we were immigrants. You thought we immigrated to here. You thought that we made the decision as a people, as a group, to come here to North America. You thought that we did what you did. Okay, no, because now it's making sense why you're not getting it. Why you're not getting it. Why you don't understand. Because we were stolen. We were stolen, and then brought to this land. That's what the chattel slavery, y'all remember this chattel, the transatlantic slave trade. That's how we got, and then that's why we're here now. And then that's why there's no like, oh, well, you guys can go back to where? Because where did they take us from? We all know that we're broadly West African, and West Africa consists of 15 different countries. So is that really what the disconnect is?
I think I found another piece of the puzzle when it comes to trying to figure out why the Latinos voted against their own interests. Latinos, Hispanics, all of them. I've been hearing these reports come in that the Latino Hispanic community actually believed that African Americans, us, were immigrants, and that all of this immigrant mass deportation of the immigrants, they were thinking, since we were the immigrants, that we would be the ones deported. Now, my first question is, how the hell did y'all come up with that African Americans are immigrants? We're not immigrants. We didn't come here on our own. We didn't cross any border on our own. We didn't do that. Excuse me. We were stolen. We were bought here. We were brought here. We are not immigrants because we were brought here, and then our ancestors procreated. We are citizens. We've been in this country long enough that we are citizens. The immigrant status does not apply to us. And because you guys were so uneducated, and I don't know who you were listening to, but you believe anything when it comes to black people. Your anti-blackness egged you on to believe this foolery, that we're immigrants. Not once has African Americans been described as immigrants. Who told y'all that? And why the hell are you stupid enough to take their word? All you had to do was Google. Bam, right there. There's your answer. But it's been reported a lot of them really and truly honestly felt that way. And they thought we were the immigrants they were talking about. And because they have no love lost for us, they were cool with that. Yeah, I'm down with that. That's why that 68 or 78% of Latinos in Florida, that's why over 50% of the entire community voted for Trump, because they thought they were giving us the book. We've been here a hell of a lot longer than they are, and they come here with the arrogance to think that they could help put us out.
First, let's get one thing straight. Black Americans are not immigrants. Their ancestors were brought to the US in chains over 400 years ago, long before Ellis Island or the southern border ever became hot political topics. They were trafficked, sold, and forced into unpaid labor to build the foundation of America's wealth. Every brick in America has been touched in some way by the blood, sweat, and tears of Black people. From the cotton fields to the railroads to the civil rights movements, Black Americans have had to fight both tooth and nail for every inch of freedom they've ever gotten. They didn't go to America looking for the American dream. They were the unpaid labor that allowed others to chase it. So when news started spreading that some Latinos thought that Black Americans would be next in line for deportation after Trump's latest crackdown, Black folks couldn't help but respond with a mix of disbelief, laughter, and cultural side-eyes that only they can deliver. Because to them, the idea that people who are born there, whose families have been there for centuries, who literally built the country, could be mistaken for undocumented immigrants, that was both ridiculous and revealing. This reaction wasn't just about humor, it was layered. It was a moment that exposed how little some people truly understand about Black history in America. Some Latinos seemed shocked that immigration raids weren't targeting Black Americans. They assumed that because Black people often face systemic oppression and are targeted by police and institutions, they must also be vulnerable to deportation. But this isn't about legal status. This is about systemic racism that has roots much deeper than the immigration conversation. Black Americans were not allowed to immigrate. They were taken, stolen, and forced to become part of America through brutality. What's ridiculous is how some Latinos took to social media saying Black people are next, as if trying to shame Black communities for not showing up at immigration protests or supporting their causes. But here's the thing, solidarity is not one-sided. Many in the Black community have consistently stood up for marginalized groups, but they've also watched as some Latino voters have supported policies and politicians that work against their own people. Especially during the 2024 elections, large numbers of Latinos voted for a man who built his campaign on demonizing immigrants, promising mass deportations, and separating families. That decision stunned many, including those within the Latino community, who couldn't understand why people with undocumented relatives would vote for someone who clearly intended to harm them. Black Americans saw this unfold and remember all the times they tried to warn others. Many had said, he's not just coming for one group, he's coming for all of us, but some didn't want to hear it. Now, as deportations ramp up, and the very communities that helped enable these policies begin to suffer the consequences, it's seen as a major FAFO moment. And while some reactions are humorous, there's also real frustration underneath the laughter, because Black Americans understand what it means to be left out, targeted, and misunderstood. They've lived through slavery, Jim Crow, redlining, mass incarceration, voter suppression, and police brutality. And yet, they are still here, still fighting, still voting, still contributing to every aspect of American society. They didn't just come to America. They are America. They've never had a plan B country. And that's why the assumption that they'd be deported next struck such a strange chord. For Black Americans, there's no border to cross, no visa to revoke, no status to check. The oppression they face is not about documentation. It's about discrimination. The system that harms them doesn't care about green cards or citizenship papers. It's about the color of their skin and the legacy of slavery that still haunts the nation. So when some Latinos started expressing disappointment or surprise that Black people weren't facing deportation, it only highlighted a deep misunderstanding of what Black Americans actually go through. Black folks have a unique history that deserves recognition. They've been in the US longer than most white families. So when other communities assume they're outsiders too, it's not just funny, it's deeply ironic.
I have no empathy, sympathy, compassion, consideration, zilch, none, nada. It is now being proven, and even your own people are coming out snitching on y'all how y'all truly feel about the African American race. So now I'm gonna put it to you like this: if you don't want me, then don't talk to me. Please go ahead and free yourself. Quit running around here acting like y'all some kind of way cool with us, or thinking we should band together now that y'all ass is in the sling. No. Keep that same energy. What you thought you were putting on us, you were actually putting on yourself. So I'm gonna need you to keep that energy. We don't need anything else from you. We've got what we need. We know how you feel. We've heard your people testify how you were raised, how you were groomed to hate black people, to feel you were better than black people. And we do not forget the fact that you want to be so close to the white people, and you thought voting Republican would make them accept you, make y'all seem white, and it didn't. Because it don't matter what your skin look like. What you have not learned about the Caucasian race is that 1% of African American blood in you makes you African American, and that was the term they were using when they came up with that. Just so that you know. So it doesn't matter how you look, because there's a bunch of us out there can pass just like you can. But the minute your heritage, the minute your DNA is discovered, baby, you back on the heat. So y'all learn the lesson the hard way. And for the record, no, sweetie, African Americans are not immigrants. Never have been, never will be. So that deportation stuff, that don't apply to us.
And let's not forget, some of the same Latinos now facing deportation helped elect the very officials who promised to carry it out. That's a hard pill to swallow, especially when many black Americans warned about it from the start. Voting against your own interest, knowing your cousin or auntie is undocumented, and then acting surprised when ICE shows up at the door, that's not strategy, that's self-sabotage. And now, some of those same voters are expecting sympathy from communities they didn't stand with. And let this be a moment of clarity, not just comedy. A chance for everyone, Latinos, black folks, and everyone in between, to recognize that solidarity only works when it's real and reciprocal. You can't vote for harm and then beg for help when it turns around and bites you. That's not how unity works.
So Latinos, y'all thought we was immigrants? So you mean to tell me y'all thought we was just over here chilling? So that's why you guys are saying that we're next. Man, we was first. And they still ain't stopped coming for us. So, hey, just don't worry about us, man. We gonna take care of us, and y'all take care of y'all, man. So we know how y'all look at us, man. And don't try to say that it's not that way, man, because we know it is. We know it.
So what do you all think? Do people finally understand that black Americans aren't immigrants? Will Latino voters start choosing leaders that protect all communities, including their own? And most importantly, will this wake-up call lead to real unity, or will it just be another missed opportunity? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I would love to keep this discussion going. Otherwise, that's it from me. I also have another video about MAGA farmers angry that black people won't work on their farms. And if you enjoy such kind of content, please click up here and enjoy. Also, consider subscribing, liking and sharing, because it helps me grow my channel. But for now, thank you so much for watching. And until the next time, the Joy Report out.